In ancient Egypt, the holiest men were completely bald, by choice. Priests shaved every inch of hair on their body, not for fashion, but for purity before the gods. In the temples of ancient Egypt, especially during the New Kingdom, around 1550 to 1070 BCE, priests lived under some of the strictest purity laws in history. Unlike the pharaoh, who was seen as a living god, priests were servants of the gods. Their duty was to keep the divine statues, like those of Amun-Ra, Isis, and Osiris, clean, fed, and clothed. But to even enter a sanctuary, a priest had to be completely pure. And for the Egyptians, hair was the ultimate symbol of impurity. So before any ritual, every priest, man or woman, would shave their entire body. Not just their head, not just their face, every inch of skin. Ancient sources like Herodotus, the Greek historian who visited Egypt in the 5th century BCE, wrote, "The priests shave their whole body every other day, so that no lice or any other foul thing may be found upon them when they are serving the gods." It wasn't vanity. It was hygiene, holiness, and discipline. Egypt's temples were sacred spaces, meant to be untouched by decay or corruption. Hair, which grows and collects dirt, represented the opposite, the chaos that gods like Mayat, the goddess of order, fought to control. To prevent that chaos, the priests used sharp bronze razors and even pumice stones to strip away every hair. They also bathed in cold water 4 times a day and twice at night, according to temple regulations. Their clothing? Not the colorful linen robes seen on nobles, but simple white linen, free from animal products, because leather, wool, and even honey were considered ritually unclean. And while common Egyptians wore wigs as symbols of beauty and status, the priests' bald heads reflected a deeper devotion, surrendering vanity for the favor of the gods. At temples like Karnak in Thebes, priests would rise before dawn, bathe, shave, and purify themselves before approaching the shrine of Amun-Ra. There they would recite hymns, present food offerings, and anoint the divine statue with sacred oils. Every act, every word, every hair removed was a form of worship. Even outside the temples, their lives were governed by ritual law. They followed strict diets: no fish, no onions, no garlic, and certainly no food touched by foreigners. Their purity had to be constant, so that when they stood before the gods, no physical impurity, no hair, no odor, no blemish, could insult the divine presence. In some cases, priests who held higher ranks, like the Wab priests, meaning pure ones, were assigned entire teams to help maintain this strict regimen of shaving and washing. It was an exhausting life, but in Egypt, being close to the gods meant separating yourself from everything human. In a world where beauty meant power, Egyptian priests chose purity instead, erasing every sign of human imperfection to stand closer to the divine. So the next time you see a statue of a bald Egyptian priest, remember, he wasn't just hairless, he was holy.